For so many of us, the idea of swimming with dolphins is a dream come true. You see it on vacation brochures and travel shows all the time. People laughing, being pushed through the water by a sleek, powerful creature, getting a gentle kiss on the cheek from a dolphin's snout. It looks like pure magic, a once-in-a-lifetime connection with one of the ocean's most intelligent animals. Dolphins seem to be always smiling, their faces fixed in a permanent grin that makes us feel like they are as happy to see us as we are to see them. This powerful image draws in millions of tourists every year, all seeking that special moment of interspecies friendship and joy. The desire for this experience is completely understandable. We are naturally drawn to wildlife, and the chance to get up close and personal with an animal as charismatic as a dolphin is incredibly tempting. These animals have fascinated humans for centuries, appearing in ancient myths as wise and helpful companions. The tourism industry has expertly capitalized on this fascination, marketing swim with dolphins programs as fun, educational, therapeutic experiences for the whole family. They sell us the idea that we are building a bond with nature, but the reality behind that picture-perfect moment is often much darker than we could ever imagine. The truth is, that smile isn't a sign of happiness, it's just the shape of their jaw. Behind every dolphin encounter in a tank or sea pen is a complex and often cruel industry. The happiness we feel during those few minutes in the water comes at a tremendous cost to the dolphins themselves. These highly intelligent, social, far-ranging animals are confined to spaces that are, for them, nothing more than tiny, barren bathtubs. Their natural lives are stolen from them for the sake of our entertainment. It's time we pulled back the curtain on this industry and looked at what our vacation dollars are really supporting. Understanding the truth is the first step toward making more compassionate choices that truly respect these magnificent creatures. The first and most glaring problem with swimming with dolphins is the simple fact of captivity. In the wild, dolphins are some of the planet's most active and wide-ranging animals. Some species can travel over 100 miles in a single day, exploring the vast ocean, complex ocean features, and ever-changing environment. They dive deep, they hunt for live fish, they interact with sounds, they interact with currents, they interact with other marine life. Now imagine taking an animal built for that freedom and putting it into a small concrete tank or a netted-off sea pen. No matter how large it seems to us, it is a prison for a dolphin. It's a sensory deprivation chamber. Their most powerful sense, echolocation, becomes a source of stress. Their sonar waves bounce off flat, artificial walls. This confinement leads to profound boredom and frustration. A dolphin's world in captivity is painfully small and unchanging. Complex social structures they would have in the wild are gone, replaced by artificial groupings of unrelated animals. They can't hunt, they can't explore, they can't escape. This lack of stimulation is mentally damaging. Many captive dolphins exhibit repetitive, neurotic behaviors, stereotypies, swimming in endless circles, bobbing their heads listlessly, gnawing on concrete tank sides. These are clear signs of psychological distress. Life in a tank takes a severe physical toll on dolphins, leading to a host of health problems rarely seen in their wild counterparts. One of the most common issues is related to their environment. The water in dolphin pools is treated with chlorine and other harsh chemicals. These chemicals are incredibly damaging to a dolphin's sensitive skin and eyes. Many captive dolphins suffer from chronic skin conditions, rashes, chemical burns. They often develop eye problems, including cataracts, blindness, from constant exposure to the chlorinated water and the relentless glare of the sun. They cannot escape by diving deep as they would in the ocean. Furthermore, the diet of a captive dolphin is completely unnatural. In the wild, dolphins eat live fish, squid. Captive dolphins are fed buckets of dead, frozen fish. This often leads to dehydration, requiring staff to force-feed them water through tubes inserted down their throats, a stressful and invasive procedure. The monotonous diet can cause digestive problems and contribute to a weakened immune system, making them more susceptible to illness. Finally, their dental health is a shocking indicator of their suffering. A dolphin's broken teeth are a physical manifestation of a broken spirit. The cycle of suffering in the dolphinarium industry, it is perpetuated through forced breeding programs. These programs are often marketed as conservation efforts, but really their purpose is to produce new performers. Female dolphins are often artificially inseminated. They are sometimes drugged to keep them compliant. They have no choice in their mates. They are forced to breed younger and more frequently, placing immense physical strain on their bodies. One of the most heartbreaking aspects is the separation of mothers and their calves. In the wild, calves stay with their mothers for 3 to 6 years. The mother teaches essential life skills, how to hunt and navigate, and the complex social rules of the pod. The bond between them is incredibly strong. In captivity, calves are often separated far too early. They can be moved to another tank or shipped to a different facility to be trained as performers. This premature separation is deeply traumatic for both mother and calf. Observers have documented mothers calling in distress for weeks after calves are taken. This is done for purely business reasons. Trade animals between parks. It disregards the emotional intelligence and family bonds that define dolphin societies. The negative impacts of dolphinariums go far beyond the animals and hit the surrounding environment, especially sea pens. Sea pens are parts of coastal waters, bays, lagoons fenced with nets. They look natural but cause big ecological problems. Many dolphins in one spot produce massive waste. Waste, feces, waste, urine. That waste acts like raw sewage and adds nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus. Nutrient pollution triggers algal blooms. Algae cloud the water and block sunlight. Seagrass beds die. Seagrass are critical habitats, nurseries for fish, nurseries for invertebrates. Dead algae decompose and use oxygen. This creates dead zones where life can't survive. One dolphin facility can turn a coastal bay toxic. Tourists face hidden risks. Swimming in contaminated water exposes you to bacteria and pathogens like E. coli. People have gotten skin infections, gastrointestinal illnesses, other diseases after dolphin swim encounters. The daily life of a captive dolphin is, well, structured around performance. The tricks they do, breaching on command, tail walking, waving their flippers, giving so-called kisses, these aren't natural behaviors they do for fun. They're the product of operant conditioning. Trainers keep dolphins hungry to control behavior. The dolphin performs, then gets a piece of dead fish. Survival becomes tied to entertaining tourists. If they don't perform, they don't eat. Every interaction becomes a source of anxiety. These shows are physically dangerous too. Tail walking began as an injury-related behavior. It puts immense strain on spine and tail flukes. Launching onto hard platforms for photo ops causes internal injuries, cuts, and bruises. They repeat high-impact tricks many times a day, every day. That repetition leads to chronic pain and long-term damage. Noise and constant contact create more stress. Shows blast loud music and crowds. Dolphins rely on sound. Loud chaos overwhelms them. Swim with programs expose them to non-stop touching and grabbing. They can't retreat or escape. Lack of control is a major source of psychological trauma. Being a show animal strips dignity. We teach kids to treat sentient beings as props. As awareness about the cruelty of dolphinariums grows, many tourists are turning to what they believe is a more ethical alternative: swimming with dolphins in the wild. Tour operators offer excursions where they take boats out to find wild dolphin pods and allow people to jump in and swim among them. While this might seem harmless because the animals are free, these interactions are also profoundly disruptive and harmful. Wild dolphins have crucial daily routines that are essential for their survival. These routines include hunting, resting, socializing, caring for their young. The constant presence of tour boats and swimmers interrupts all of these vital activities. One of the most significant impacts is on their resting patterns. Dolphins have a unique way of sleeping, shutting down one half of their brain at a time while the other half stays alert. During these rest periods, they often swim slowly and calmly near the surface. When tour boats full of noisy tourists arrive and people jump into the water, the dolphins are startled and forced to wake up and flee. Imagine being woken up by a loud intruder in your bedroom several times a day. This disruption leads to sleep deprivation, which causes chronic stress, weakens their immune systems, and reduces their energy for essential activities like hunting. Furthermore, becoming habituated to humans can be dangerous. The dream of swimming alongside a dolphin is a powerful one, but it's built on a foundation of suffering. Concrete tank sea pen. A captive dolphin's life is a tragic imitation of what it should be. Freedom stolen, families torn apart. Bodies and minds broken by stress and forced performance. Even well-intentioned encounters with wild dolphins disrupt their lives and can threaten their survival. There is no responsible way to swim with dolphins. That brief moment of joy for us often means a lifetime of misery for them. But we can choose a better path. Become responsible wildlife observers. Don't buy a ticket to a dolphin show. Support responsible ecotourism operators. Watch from a safe, respectful distance in natural habitat. Tours guided by experts who teach about real lives, behaviors, and conservation without disturbing the animals. Watch a pod of wild dolphins. leaping through the waves, hunting as a team, caring for their young in the vast open ocean. It's infinitely more profound than any staged encounter.